Welcome to the Kellyanne Cares podcast, your go-to resource for personal growth, productivity, and building a business that aligns with your purpose. I'm Kelly, former pro makeup artist and luxury travel expert turned multi-passion entrepreneur, author, and advocate. I'm here to help you get organized, stay inspired, and create lasting success on your terms. Every episode brings raw, unfiltered conversations around habits, healing, hustle, and heart. You'll hear from expert guests and everyday women who've built lives and businesses filled with meaning, magic, and momentum. Whether you're pivoting your brand, launching a new idea, or simply craving more wellness and structure in your day, this podcast was made for you. Life is short. Invest in yourself, create your own rules, and choose your own happiness. It's time to fuel your mind, build your brand, and transform your life. Today's episode starts now. Hello, and happy holidays. I'm so excited for you to be tuning in today. It's going to be kind of a short and sweet episode, but definitely topics that are really, really important to share on. And that is holiday depression. And I always suffer from some sort of holiday depression. But before I get into that, let me just share what happened to me from the time that I shared my holiday gift guide episode with you until now. So it's a week ago today that I got a concussion. So I was with my friends and their kids, and we went to the mountains, and there was snow, and we were sledding, and I was on filming duty. So I was filming one of my friend's daughters while the other friend's daughter was on her sled, and I guess didn't see me and slid right into me. I didn't see it coming, and I fell smack on my back and my head onto the ice. So I have a concussion. So I have had to lay low for literally a whole week, and it killed me. It gave me major PTSD because then my eyes were blurry. I went on my devices like I wasn't supposed to, and I made things worse, which is my own fault, but it's like my busiest time of the year, and I just couldn't do anything, and I just felt awful, and I felt like I was sick again, and just my PTSD between having eye issues and brain issues and having 2 CAT scans. I had to go back to another second ER, which my same friend had brought me to 2016, I think it was, where my eyes were blurry and I thought I was going to be blind from the disease I quote unquote had. And she brought me to the same ER, and it was a lot of it was trauma and worked up in my head. I was freaking out, and I haven't had a PTSD episode like that in years, because I've never had anything trigger that, where PTSD can be a smell, a vision, hearing something or reading something or watching something. But this time it was my body was reacting on top of it. So I was having blurry eyes and my head was pounding, and I knew I got a CAT scan. And then I started, of course, looking on ChatGPT and Googling things and, not doing the things that you shouldn't do. And it just kept saying brain swelling and bleeding, and I was freaking out. So I went back to a different ER, which ironically, like I just said, is the same one that I had gone to years ago with the same friend that had brought me. So it was just so traumatic. So my body has been in fight or flight mode all week. The medicine I have doesn't really work. I've been trying to, eat clean, and sometimes I'm not even hungry. I'm on a muscle relaxer, ibuprofen, Tylenol, and I think that's it. And I was icing and I was heating, and I never take hot showers. And I was taking the hottest showers so it would help my neck and my top of my back, because I'd say it was day 3, 4, and 5 were the worst for swelling. It's when they say if you get into a car accident, the next day is always the worst. My neck, I couldn't even brush my teeth. I couldn't swallow. I couldn't blow dry my hair. My neck and my lymph nodes were shut down and so swollen from the whiplash of it. And I blacked out. I don't know for how long. It was under a minute, but I don't remember. And that too is traumatic. And I'm oh my God, is there something still wrong with my brain? And that is PTSD to the full extent, where you just go over and over and over in your head. So I've been doing a lot of journaling. I've been doing a lot of just laying low. I've taken a couple naps, which if you know me, I never take naps. When I take a nap, you definitely know something's wrong. So that was my last 7 days. I did release the holiday gift guide exclusive over to Substack, but I'll do a whole nother episode on this in the new year about different platforms and everything, but I'm no longer using my Substack. I'm keeping everything on my website and then my social platforms, and I went back to my LinkedIn newsletter as well as my MailChimp newsletter. And my TikTok account, which is all my TikTok shop products, it's still there, but I'm barely posting there because TikTok gave me so many violations for videos that I didn't violate community guidelines, and I'm talking to an AI bot. So I appealed. I won the first half. The second half, I didn't win, and they won't even let me do anything about it. So if I post one more video that they don't like for some odd reason after building that community for 5 years, then I no longer will have that account at all. And so I just have been posting products that I need to review for brands that send me things over on my Kellyanne Gorman official TikTok. But what I had to do was walk away from that, which was annoying, and start my Everything is Messy back again. I'm like, well, I mean, it makes sense because my first ever collab is officially live. I did a Color and Collins times Everything is Messy collab for the holidays. It's super exclusive. It's very, very limited. And what it is that you get 3 of my coloring books. So you get the Fruit and Veggies, the Unicorn, and the Space book. And you also get the Everything is Messy ebook and audiobook and some other surprises inside. It's completely personalized. I'm going to cough, sorry. I can't edit this episode either because my eyes are killing me today and there's no way I can produce a show. But I'm like, I definitely want to record one for you. So this is the raw and real unedited me today. So where was I? So anyway, that was the last week. But I'm moving forward now, slowly but surely. I feel like a snail. I want to do all the things and then I do one thing and it destroys me. And I'm trying really hard not to be on my phone and my computer, but it's I need to do them to survive and make a living. So I've been promoting my very first collaboration between Color and Collins and Everything is Messy like crazy, because all I want to do is put together these beautiful, personalized, unique care packages for you for the holidays. So it's something for you for personal growth, and then it's something for the little ones in your life as well. And then, like I said, it's personalized, it's customized. It's super unique. I created everything. I poured everything I have into it. And you're going to get them delivered to your doorstep or wherever they need to go. Maybe you want them coming from the North Pole. We can do something like that too. But I just love creating care packages. That's one of my favorite things to do. And I got the idea because when I was recording the chapters for my audiobook, I wanted to do something to celebrate the 5-year anniversary, and I kept getting all these time hop notifications, and all over my bed and all over my office in San Diego was all of the care packages going out to everybody that pre-ordered the paperback. And I had brand deals with so many companies. I had a face mask company. Can't think of the name right now, but they're the number 1 selling face mask in Target. What is it? Oh my God, I can't remember. But anyway, they were with us. Blackwing, which I still use. They're phenomenal writing tools, journaling tools. Blackwing 602 is their site if you want to check out their products. They're unbelievable. They're like Japanese graphite pencils. There's all different leads, and they sent me cases of these amazing pencils and erasers and everything to my community and everybody that bought the pre-sale. So that showed up on my time hop, and I was like, I want to do something like that for the holidays. I want to create something for the holidays. So I created a collab within my own 2 brands, and I put it together for the best price, and it's completely personalized. So however you want it mailed, colors, names, you name it, it's happening. So all you need to do is go to everythingismessy.com to purchase yours right now. It's super, super limited, and I'm only going to be selling them for the next week and a half. That's it. So get it now before they sell out. But that's the only thing I've been focusing on right now. And then I really wanted to record a show for you after I did my holiday gift guide, because a lot of people have been asking me questions. So you can find me on Everything is Messy TikTok, and then my Kellyanne Gorman official everywhere else, like Instagram, because I am going to be sharing visuals of all the products that I was talking about. But going back to TikTok, I had a mission to get the page to over 1,000 before the end of the year. And what's helped me got there, am I speaking correctly? I don't even know. What's helped me get to that point is bean talk. I've been sharing my journey about eating beans. And I know I've talked about this on the last 2 episodes, like a little bit, but like the more women that I talk to that are my age, I'm 47, and even over 30 that have like chronic pain and are eating beans in the morning, it's literally changing our lives. And so I have a lot of videos that are getting thousands and thousands of views and going viral. And so I have a lot of new friends online. And guess what? Today we hit over 1,000 followers. So I mentioned in a bunch of videos, whoever was my 1,000th follower was going to get a copy of my book. So once I'm done recording this show, I'm going to send it to them. And it's actually a woman, a duo, I think. They have a podcast. And I think their handle is East Coast Moms Unfiltered, something like that. And they literally just popped up on my FYP. And I commented like, oh, congrats on your show. Because they had a podcast that said, enjoy the journey. Like, I've been doing this 8.5 years. You're going to love it. Something like that. And then they followed me. And then I happened to look. And I was like, holy shit. They're number 1,000. And now I'm at like 1010 already. So I'm so grateful for my whole new community over on Everything is Messy. And what I was saying earlier, like, it just made sense. Like, okay, everything is messy. Like, I'm promoting my book and audiobook again now that that's been released, and I'm doing the collab with Color & Collins, so it just makes sense to utilize that platform. So everything happens for a reason, right? So that's the updates on my life and business for you. As far as my personal holiday sales, I have that bundle that's super exclusive that you need to seriously get today if you want one, because they will sell out. Or podcast development, I have one spot available at holiday pricing for us to start your show in January. And then I have a lot of other things in store for January. You're going to see me on live streams a hell of a lot more. I'm actually going to do one after this show once I slap my face on real quick in a hat because my roots are so bad. And I plan to go live Monday through Friday for like an hour and a half, like every day. That is my goal, to be on my live stream. So stay tuned for the topics that we're going to go over, but it's going to be very exciting and super fun. And I just want to be more involved with the community like every day. So that's something I've been planning. Whenever you're alone, that's the time where you do like your journaling, your deepest thoughts, like you get creative, like you have to get off the internet for these things to work, for your brain to work, which is, again, why I created coloring books for kids, to get off devices. But also, like, I'm just reflecting on a lot, and this month is always hard for me. And I've done a lot of episodes like this before about mental health and anxiety and depression and PTSD, but I was watching a Christmas movie last night, and then I had to turn it off because I needed to be like in darkness again because my eyeballs were killing me from this damn concussion. You really gotta, what's the word I'm looking for? You really got to learn how to have some patience when you're dealing with a concussion, especially when it's your head and your eyes, and it's just annoying. But I started watching a Christmas movie on Netflix, and it was with the girl from Virgin River and one of the guys from New Amsterdam, one of the doctors. Excuse me. And I was texting one of my friends, and I was screenshotting the actors, and she's like, oh, I'm watching the Diddy case. I was like, oh my God, that's too traumatic for me. But that was my first Christmas movie I started watching this season, and they had this big family on, and then I was like, and I don't have a big family. I walked away from my family years ago when I got sick. I basically cut them all out of my life, and it still hurts, like around the holidays, because you see like everybody online having these like huge like cousin sleepovers and huge holiday gatherings, and I don't have that. And so sometimes like I get sad about it. I used to get sad a lot more, but now that I'm older, like I'm grateful for the time that I have alone, because that's when I can really sit and reflect and be grateful for the things that I do have. So I just wanted to do an episode on holiday depression and how to spend your time when you're alone, like what you should be doing, what might make you feel better. And I just wanted to share, because I know a lot of people are alone during the holidays, and I know a lot of people deal with depression and also having it 10 times worse during the holidays. So I figured I would just give my 2 cents and chime in. And if any of these things help you, I hope they would help you. I hope that maybe you would try one out if you're not feeling great. But maybe if you're in need of some responses for the people that are constantly asking you to join in and you just want no part of it and you want to be alone, I'm here to help you do that. So holiday depression is just not even a fun thing to deal with. But for me personally, if I feel better about myself when I do things for others. So basically, let's just start off with Elf on the Shelf. I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning to deal with 4 different elves. Their names are Buddy, Snowflake, Peppermint, and Baby Buddy. And that brings me joy, waking up at 5 a.m. and making these elves go crazy everywhere. So today they had riddles everywhere. So they ended up being all warm and cozy in the oven, but in the air fryer basket in the oven, and then surrounded by toys and stuffed animals by all the kids, my friends' kids. So that brings me joy, like holding the door open for people. Nobody does shit like that anymore, especially during the holidays. Everybody's stressed out. Everybody's driving like an asshole. Like, people are always in a rush. Like, just slow down. Now is the time to slow down. When I Googled spiritual meaning of concussions, it was like, slow the fuck down. So that's what I'm doing. In December, I always take time to reflect and plan for my next year anyway. So besides like the little projects I attempted to do last week, like that's really what I've been thinking about. Like, what do I want my 2026 to look like? So I'm going to give you some tips and tricks, like what I personally have done over the last few years when it comes to holiday depression and how I like get out of my funk, how I, set boundaries, how I just feel good on the daily. The first thing is when I wake up, and if I'm able to open my eyes and put my feet on the floor and walk, I'm grateful. So then I take out my gratitude journal and I write all about it. That's just something I've always been doing, like for the last, 6 or 7 years. And movement is key. I have a vibrating plate, which I'm sure you already know about because I'm posting about it all of the time. But if not, it's a Life Pro Hexa plate, and it has like TRX bands. There's acupressure beads, and I'm staring at it right now because I miss it so much because I haven't been able to use it in 8 days. I think that's the longest I've ever gone because I seriously use it every single day. And vibrating is not great for a concussion at the moment. So I'm going to go for like a quick walk today. Even if it's 10 minutes to move your body. I tried to go for a quick walk the other day to the mailbox. I couldn't even see where I was walking. My eyes were so blurry. And it was daylight, thank God. But I was like, I just want to get the mail. I was waiting for this brand to send me something, and then they ended up bringing it to the door. So at least I got my walk in. But waking up and being grateful that you're waking up is number 1. Number 2 is movement. Number 3 is getting creative. Now, this can range from all kinds of things, whether it's creating a new recipe, baking something delicious. I'm not a baker. That's why there's not many baking recipes and everything is messy. And I even wrote a whole chapter about why I'm not a good baker. I have no patience. Drawing, obviously coloring, crafting. Maybe you want to create like a new business model, like reframe your business. Maybe you want to pick up photography or use some new like video apps, like if you haven't used CapCut, or you just want to like go out on an adventure and play tourist wherever you are. I mean, I'm in Vegas. There's a million places I could go and just shoot pictures and videos and just feel good. I actually went to RISD for photography. So that's like one of my favorite things is filming and taking photos. Or if you want to just clean house and like clean out an area and create new space and organize it all and, think about what you want that space to be. Maybe you have a new project you want to create, but you need like a specific, oh my God, I can't talk, a specific space for it. So when I was writing my book, when it came to the recipe aspect, because in the beginning it was just a cookbook, only cookbook, I needed to buy something that would house like all the ingredients, everything I needed. So I would constantly wake up and see it and be inspired. So now I'm still staring at it. It's like a little dresser and drawers and everything. There's baskets under it. And now I have some clothes in it. But at that time, I had bought it in the middle of the pandemic for $50 somewhere in San Diego. I think it was Oceanside from someone. And it was like brand new. And it was like a $200 piece of furniture. And I got it for $50. And I put every single idea, spice, rack, like you name it, when it came to creating recipes, it was in this piece of furniture. So that's just how my mind works. So if you want to create a new project, for me, my project is to go through all of my bins that I had in storage and get rid of things that I don't need. I was going to sell a bunch of stuff yesterday on Facebook, but I didn't have time to like go into the bins. So I really want to do that. I think that might be like a Wednesday project now, because tomorrow is like a really heavy recording day for me and today's Monday. So I think that's going to be a hump day project, because I know I can get rid of some. I mean, honestly, most of it, like 90% of it is from when I traveled for like 10, 15 years, and photo albums and CDs. Like a lot of stuff, like 2.5 of these humongous clear bins are all photo albums. I'm talking from my baby book until like 10 years ago. So that's just like a lot. But just get creative. Even if you go for a walk, maybe your mind will start wandering and you come up with like a new business idea, or you think of like, hey, I want to join like a workout group, or just be one with your own thoughts, but just like no pressure. You know what I mean? Something else that I like to do is to reach out to my friends online that I haven't talked to in like forever. I've had a very crazy life, and I have worked on over 60 cruise ships and yachts and private jets all around the globe. And I have a lot of friends that are not in the States. So I always like to catch up with them around the holidays. And sometimes we only talk like twice a year, and that's okay. And I always say, like, I'm thinking of you, happy holidays. And then like, if I'm out and about, like, say, like I'm at a restaurant and our server has like the best mascara on, I'm like, oh my God, your lashes look amazing, or their skin's phenomenal. I always compliment them, because you never know what somebody's going through, and that can literally be a pivotal moment in their life where they're like happy now. Do you know what I mean? You just never know. I was in such a deep depression for years. The closest people to me didn't even know. And I'm very good at hiding it, and most people are. And so whenever you compliment someone, or you hold the door and smile, like how many times are people running around like a lunatic or driving like assholes? Like, just stop and let the person go in front of you. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that difficult. Like, just let the person go in front of you. They're going to cut you off anyway, so be the bigger person. You know what I mean? Like, little things like that make such a big difference. And it's all about karma too. You know what I mean? And like, these little acts of kindness can go such a long way. And they have for me personally, where somebody's like, oh my God, I love your shirt. And they had no idea I was just bawling my eyes out in the car because I couldn't do like one more chemo treatment. You know what I mean? Like, it's just little things like that. And even if like you want to start shopping small, like support more small businesses. For example, I always tell my friends, like, they're constantly on Amazon. I'm like, why don't you start from my link, even though if you don't shop my store, because I still get credit for you shopping. Like, I'm always telling my friends that. And when you repost things, when you like things, when you engage on their content, even if you're not buying from them, that shows them that you care. Those little things, like reposting and sharing and commenting and engaging and whatever you can possibly do. You don't have to buy from your friend every single day. That's not what anybody is asking you to do. We just want to see like support, like reposting and sharing, because that then goes to your audience and your following, where I wouldn't have access to them beforehand. I talk about this on TikTok all the time. I just think it's really, really important, especially now for the holidays, because there's so many small businesses struggling, and we're all just here to survive. And we're doing what we do because we love it and we would like to monetize it. Do you know what I mean? So if you're going to buy a product, buy it from your friend so that they get credit. It's such a big difference when you do the little things like that. It's just so appreciated. And then going into when you're alone and you want to maybe create like a new ritual for yourself, or you're going to be spending every holiday alone. Or I remember, like, I forget where I was. I think in Aruba. I was alone for Thanksgiving. I was working on a cruise ship at that point, and I was in my room, and they sent me my food. It was cold at my door. It was the worst stuffing, and I'm such a stuffing snob. Like, I have to have the Pepperidge Farm. I just grew up eating that. Like, it's the one thing I care about. And it was the worst, like, cornbread sweet stuffing. It was like the cubed one, and like butter on these like disgusting mashed potatoes. And it was my room service I had ordered to be delivered at a certain time, and I was sitting there eating alone. I'm like, this is so depressing. But yeah, I'm in Aruba, like painting faces to like for women on the ship. And they had asked me to come do this trip, and I was getting paid extra. I was like, okay, fine. But like, I still remember these like little moments where I was like all alone. And I'm like, how am I depressed? I'm like literally on a multi-million-dollar vessel, like in Aruba. Like, what is wrong with me? But it doesn't matter, because when you have something that you're struggling with, especially when it comes to your mental health, like, you just have it, and you just have to find ways that make you feel good. And one of the things that make me feel good is, creating rituals like self-care Sunday, taking in everything shower, doing my nails and toes and brows. I have these insane at-home gel manicure sets. It's not even a set. It's a whole damn salon. Okay. I have 3 different versions of them, all from TikTok shop. They're on my showcase, and I cannot believe like what is included. Like, you literally can set up a whole damn salon with the tools, the brushes, the tips, the everything. And I have like short, square, stubby nails, so I don't use that much product, and I definitely don't do the stickers and all that. But like, these things are great ideas for girls, like tweens, or my friend's daughter that's 6 and above. Like, and even for women our age, like, you want to save money, do your gel nails at home. These kits aren't even like $50. It's insane how much shit is in there. But if you want to link to any of those, let me know, because they're so cheap right now, and it's like the best gift for yourself. But if you want to have like a nail ritual or a spa day ritual, watching Christmas movies by yourself, binge some Hallmark or Netflix movies, or make your favorite pizza, like at home, go to Trader Joe's, get some fun ingredients, make some, like a little charcuterie board for yourself, pour yourself a nice glass of wine or eggnog or mocktail, whatever. Maybe you have some cute Old Navy PJs, or you order something from Amazon, and that's like your little ritual every year. Like, that's fantastic. Spending time alone is always needed, but this is where you have to set boundaries, because a lot of people around you aren't going to understand that you just want to be alone. So I want to give you a couple answers that you can totally use, that I've used in the past. When people ask you to join in holiday events, but like, you seriously just want to be alone, people don't understand boundaries, especially during the holidays. It's just really, really hard. So here are a few that I use. I wrote them down for you. I really appreciate it, but I'm really looking forward to some quiet time. That's a great one. And then just make sure you let them know that it really means a lot that they invited you, though. You know what I mean? And then you could also say, you're planning a low-key self-care day for yourself. Like, you just want to have like a spa day, like a solo spa day. You have to emphasize on solo, because they're going to be like, oh, I'll come over. It's fine. I'll change the date. No. You just want to be alone. I really just need some solitude, just a little me day, same emphasis. And then, like I said earlier, like, some people get offended, and you need time to like recharge. You know what I mean? So you just need to let them know. You have to set boundaries. So no, but thank you. That's actually a complete sentence. Okay. Don't feel the need to like continue on over and over again, because you're protecting your own mental health. And that, my friend, is priority. You're not going to have any boundaries to set if you don't have your mental health first. Okay. So totally steal those answers, write them down, save it wherever you need to. But that's just how I handle my holiday depression, and that's what I do when I want to spend time alone, and how I answer. And I just thought it was nice to maybe share a few things that were on my mind and do a little life update since my holiday gift guide went out. And also, lastly, I was talking about looking forward to like the new year. I'm thinking about doing like a New Year, New Me challenge in January. It's definitely going to involve beans, because bean talk is like all the rage. And if you don't know what I'm talking about eating up to 2 cups of beans per day. It has allowed me to lose, I think I'm down 8 pounds. Inflammation is gone. Joint and hip pain is gone. My head is clear prior to the concussion. My energy is up. Like, it's just incredible what eating beans up to 2 cups a day, especially eating beans for breakfast, can do. When you isolate them and eat them alone, like without any fats, they actually take out, it's almost like a detox, but like in a good way. Like, they'll rip out like bad bile and help you produce new fresh bile in your body. And I'm telling you, it's like a detox, because a couple days I was like, oh my God, I smell, and I never smell. And I said to my friend, I'm like, do you smell me? I'm like, I freaking smell. I need to go put deodorant on. I said, the beans are like a detox. And I'm like, this is insane. So for me, I started off doing about a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup in my smoothies. And I really want to start isolating them and eating them first in the morning. So I'm going to make like a little stir fry or something of just like the beans and herbs. And you're not supposed to have fat, so no olive oil. Just like saute them with herbs and have maybe a half a cup first. And then I have them in my smoothie, and I have a bunch of recipes on my Everything is Messy TikTok because everybody is asking me for these smoothie recipes. But I've also made like little bean meatballs, chocolate mousse, chocolate brownies. Sorry. All with black beans. Like, it's just incredible. And how many women are just saying it's like changing their life. Like, why didn't any doctor say, just eat some beans in the morning and you'll be fine? No, that's not how, unfortunately, this country works. But, yeah, so I feel like I want to do like a New Year, New Me challenge starting January 1st. And it's definitely going to be a wellness challenge, an accountability challenge. And it will definitely start January 1st with beans for breakfast. And I'm still trying to like process that and put it together. But when I was alone and with myself and no devices or television last week, I did think a lot about things. And I definitely am going to have guests, guests back on the show in the new year because I really miss talking to people. And I've been a solo show for 3 out of the 8.5 years, maybe 4. So half solo, half guests. But it's time. It's definitely time to have guests back on. I'm sick of talking to myself. But I really miss talking to people, and I really miss interviewing people, and I really miss sharing this stories of others. That's the whole reason why I started this podcast in the first place. But I was thinking a lot about 2026. So I definitely want to do a challenge. I want to plan a trip every quarter. So I want to do things that like I'll be looking forward to. So that's something I highly suggest for you too, is just to sit down, like say you are alone for the holidays, right? That's the perfect time to go to Target or get them off Amazon or Etsy or wherever you get your year at a glance, month at a glance calendar. I have a whole color-coded calendar system. I'm staring right at it. It's the year at a glance, and then I have a monthly one, and then I have a quarterly one. And each one is for certain things. Like one's marketing, one's podcasting, one's like my personal life, like one's my weight, my goals, all different. So if you are alone during the holidays, that's a perfect time to go shopping for yourself. Get your cute little PJs, go to Trader Joe's, get your favorite little cocktail or mocktail, create a little charcuterie board for yourself, binge some Hallmark or Netflix movies, and figure out what the hell you want to do with your life in 2026. That's what I'm doing. And getting your calendars. I always get my little calendars at Daiso, which is like a Japanese Dollar Tree, if you have one near you, or Target in the front of the store. You know, they have like the $1, $3, $5 area. They have the little monthly calendars. And then I get my year at a glance off Amazon, which is on my Amazon storefront. And I just sit down and I just plan out my year. And I always have notebooks for every single thing. So I'll have one for my podcast, one for content, one for just journaling, one for my clients, so I usually have like 3, 4, 5, or 6 notebooks, depending on how many things I have in the works. But I'm really excited for a new year. This has been a rough 3 years. I can tell you that. And I feel like this concussion is just like making me sit and think about all of that. So I thought it was perfect time to discuss what I was thinking about, how I can help you if you're going through something, or if you're not and you're still here and you know a friend could hear, like really use this episode, like really could listen to somebody else bitching and complaining about their problems and how to make them better, send it to them. And also, if you leave a review for the show wherever you listen and you screenshot and tag me on Instagram at Kellyanne Gorman Official, I will send you a copy of Everything is Messy and the digital version, so you can get to reading it right away. But if you have not yet purchased the Coloring Collins times Everything is Messy holiday exclusive bundle, you have got to do that today. Head to everythingismessy.com. All the info is there. They will sell out, and they're totally customizable, personalized. They're going to be so cute. Like, they are so cute. And it comes with Crayola crayons and a cute little coloring pouch and little stickers and little surprises inside. And the 3 coloring books, like I mentioned, the space, the fruits and veggies, and the unicorn. And then also, you will get the audiobook as well as the ebook. And what else? They're all over 50 pages, the coloring books. They're all heavy cardstock. They're all one-sided, so nothing will bleed through. I am obsessed with them. I have another one coming out specifically for autistic children in 2026 to wrap up that first collection. And then my second personal growth book is coming out in 2026. And going through all of this trauma over the last week has honestly helped me add more to and finish some grief and healing chapters in my next book. So I guess that's why I needed a concussion. I don't know. But I think that's all I have for you today. So thank you so much for listening. Again, please head to wherever you're listening right now on your podcast app or YouTube. Write a review for the podcast and then screenshot and tag me on Instagram at Kellyanne Gorman Official so I can see it. And then I'll get your email from you and I'll send you my digital version of Everything is Messy. And before you go spend your money anywhere else, head to KellyanneGorman.com or everythingismessy.com rather. Either one works. I have so many websites. And go grab your collab right now so that you can get those Christmas gifts out of the way and also treat yourself to something that you too deserve. So happy holidays. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back soon.